years after Hawaii's only fireboat was decommissioned, the state says it has no plans to replace the vessel. Now the head of the firefighters union is calling on government to reconsider. HNN Investigates' Allison Blair has exclusive details.
The president of the Hawaii Firefighters Association says one of the major benefits of having a fireboat for emergencies along the coast is the unlimited access to water.
I love you guys. I hope you safe out there.
As flames began to ravage homes in Lahaina August 8th, the town's water system collapsed. Dry hydrants left firefighters unequipped, making it impossible to knock back the blaze. With no water, the wildfire quickly exploded into an inferno, fueled by winds that topped out at nearly 70 miles an hour.
Let's go!
That wall of flames ultimately roared down the hillside towards Front Street, killing an untold number of people, erasing an entire town.
Once the water source goes down, like we saw in Maui when the hydrant weren't working, then there's really not much our fire crews can do.
Hawaii Firefighters Association President Bobby Lee.
It's hard to say whether a fireboat in that situation would have helped. It certainly wouldn't have hurt it, that's for sure.
Fireboats have played a critical role during some of the nation's deadliest disasters. On 9/11, the John J. Harvey used the Hudson River to supply firefighters with their only source of water after the Twin Towers fell, destroying nearby water mains. Despite being one of the larger port cities in the United States, Honolulu doesn't have its own fireboat. In fact, none of the islands have one. Now Lee wants government to consider replacing the Moku'ahi. The 110-foot vessel was decommissioned nearly a decade ago after a costly leak in its aging hull raised questions about its seaworthiness. Back then, there was talk of swapping out the large boat for something smaller and faster.
The state says it could be a year or more before it acquires and fully staffs a new vessel so that firefighting capabilities can be fully restored to Honolulu Harbor.
But the idea never became reality. Instead, the State Department of Transportation said in a statement it, along with the Coast Guard, work with each county fire department to ensure facilities are prepared for fire. That includes the requirement of fire suppression equipment and fire response plans to be in place. The DOT says it also replaced most wooden piers with concrete to withstand fire. Adding landside facilities are equipped with fire lines and hydrants. A DOT spokesperson also said 6 of the state's 9 commercial harbors have home port vessels equipped to fight landside and water fires. We asked who owns them and what it would take to call those boats into service, but did not get a response. Meanwhile, the union boss says having a fireboat staffed by county firefighters on standby is an important part of being prepared.
Well, I think there's always a need.
In addition to being able to respond to boat fires, Lee says the vessel could also be used in place of a fire hydrant for some emergencies along the coast.
The fireboats we had in the past could draft thousands of gallons per minute. The reach could be 100 yards or more easily.
We also reached out to the Honolulu Fire Department. A spokesperson wouldn't say whether or not a fireboat would be useful, deferring comment to the state. Allison Blair, Hawaii News Now.